Here we are in section R, the review exercises, and with numbers 1 through 16. Here we'll start in R1. Now remember, number 1, it says create a visual chart. So in R.1, we had a bunch of things that we had to do. In R2, we had some things and fractions and decimals, and then R3 and R4. Now remember, the visual chart is a piece of paper like this, and it has a grid format type thing. And then you put the rules and the examples here, and you fill it all up, and you have organized it into a cheat sheet that you'll be able to use later on in the course. All right, so starting with section R.1, we had prime factorization. So we're going to take the number 132 and do the prime factorization. So 2 goes into it like 66 times. That's 6 times 11. That's 2 times 3 and 2, nope, just 11. So we have 2 times 3 times 11. That's the prime factorization of 132. All right, now we're going to do the LCM of 18 and 24. So let's start them up here, 18 and 24. Do the prime factorization. That is 3 times 6, and that is 2 times 3. So 18 is 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, 24 is 4 times 6. That's 2 times 2, and that's 2 times 3. So 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So notice that, oh, I messed that up. That's a 3 times 3 times 3. Let's write that a little bit better here. I'll erase that guy and get it the right way. There we go. Now we can do it. Sorry, it's 2 3s and a 2. So we're going to write it as 2 times 3 times 3. There we go. So now when we create a number that they both can go into, we certainly need to have the 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And now notice, in order to get this one into it, we already have a 2. We already have one of the 3s, but we need a second 3 in order to go in there. So this is 24 times 3 is 72. And that's true, 72. All right, number 4. In a distant solar system, 3 planets are lined up. Ooh, so we have like the sun in the middle, and you have 1 planet, 2 planet, 3 planets out there, and they're all lined up, aligned right there. Their orbits are 12 years, 25 years, and 30 years. How long until they're lined up again? Well, you have to find out. So this guy will be back together every 12 years, 12, 24, 36. Next one will be around 25, 50, 100 years. And so we have to find the least common multiple of these things. So we do the prime factorization, and 12 is 2 times 6, which is 2 times 3. So that's the prime factorization of 12. This one is 5 times 5, and this one is 2 times 15, which is 3 times 5. So we're going to create a number down here that all 3 of these go into. So first of all, we need to make sure it has a 2 and a 2 and a 3, and it needs to have a 5 and a 5 in it. And then this one, the 2's already there, the 3's already there, and the 5's already there. So that guy actually didn't help at all. So we have 12 times 25 turns out to be 300. So every 300 years, and you can see that 30 goes into that, 25 will go into that, and 12 will go into that, because this right here is 12, there's 25, and then 30 is a 2, a 3, and a 5 right there in the middle. Excellent. Now, we're told to perform the indicated operations, which means you're going to use a calculator on many of these. Couple that you may not see how to use a calculator, we can do by hand. Like this one that says simplify. Most calculators, if you stick this in as a fraction, you can then just hit enter and it will reduce it. This is going to divide by 9, and we get 3/5. And the rest of these, I'm going to encourage you to get with your tutor or your instructor if you'd like to see it done by hand, or if you would like to make sure you and your calculator understand each other and can stick these in. And the same thing with these guys right down here. These are decimals. Normally, These come out, these are easy to stick in with your calculator, and so we will not spend time going over them here, but get to your tutor or to your instructor and say, hey, how do I use my particular calculator to figure these out? Great.